Hello there. Hi, it's Rue Rune. Happy belated Mother's Day. I want to show you a nice card that my husband bought for my mother. And it's a lovely Hallmark Snoopy card. It's one of those expensive ones, but I think they're worth the money. And it's in large print. My mother loved it because she has a little trouble with her vision. And it says, "Mom, you deserve more than a hug on Mother's Day." And you open it up, whoops, and it pops open, very impressive like, and it says, "Love you, Mom." So she loved it, and she can see it, and it's just it's great. How creative is that? Woo! Anyway, I wanted to share that with you. So I had an interesting week. Preparation for my return to work. Let's see, fix this camera. I thought I'd treat myself to a facial. So I had planned this months ago. I thought, well, that'd be fun and healthy. Get a facial before you return to work. So last Thursday, I got a straight, plain facial. No chemical peel. And if any of you have ever got a facial before, there are many different types of facials. This was just a plain Jane facial. They did a little bit of dermabrasion, which takes off the dead skin cells. It's really healthy. And make a long story short, whatever they were using on the product, let's see, get this straight here. Sorry about that. Whatever they were using, I had a reaction. So when I first got home from the facial on Thursday, it was my lunch hour, I said, well, let me share this with everybody. The facial turned out pretty good. So I started to film a little video. And then all of a sudden, my face got really, really red. And then it started to hurt. So by 6 o'clock on Thursday night, it was red and blotchy. It was really bad. And then by Friday, it was started to get like a really, really bad sunburn and started to get brown spots on my face. So I went ahead and called up the place where I went and got the facial, and they said, well, what did you do? What did you put on your face when you got home? I didn't put anything on my face because I was told not to and leave everything. I didn't do anything. But when it started hurting, I tried to wash it off with water, and very cold water, and some very mild plain soap I have for sensitive skin. So anyway, they told me to come in and pick up some kind of solution that would help calm it down. So I went there and they gave me this, I'm going to cover up the label. It's called Post-Procedure Solution. And it's actually it retails for $38. I looked at it on the internet, and they gave it to me for free, which was good. So they said, read the directions. They kind of gave me a quick thing on the phone, and I went and picked it up at their desk. And they have this great facial wash. It's actually Physicians. It's a pretty famous brand. It's a Physicians Certified Professional, something like that. I don't know. But anyway, the facial wash was really good. And then they have this little serum that's called Clinicone. That made my face sting and hurt even more, and it's supposed to calm it down. So screw that. And then they said if you go out anywhere, make sure you put on some more sunscreen. Well, I actually think for some reason my face reacted. I think sunscreen was the problem, because during the facial they put on several different products. Put on a detox lotion. They did the dermabrasion. They put on an oxygen cream lotion, and they do a few other little things. And then at the end, they put on sunscreen. Well, that's when my skin started to burn. I felt like a heavy tingling sensation, which I didn't say anything because if you ever had a facial before, it's not uncommon for your skin to feel tingly. So I thought, well, maybe this is supposed to happen. But as the day went on, it progressively got worse. So this kit also came with a heavy duty day cream and the heavy duty night cream. And they had explained to me that this kit was for gentle and nourishing post-treatment care for when you do get a chemical peel. And told you this was not a chemical peel. So this was a chemical burn. God knows what I had. But whatever it was mild. My skin had an allergic reaction to whatever it was that they gave me. Now it has gotten a lot better. I actually stopped using their products. I used the wash. I use that in the shower and just, morning and night. And then I did use the night cream last night. But what I found has worked the best, because my skin is already getting better. I have pictures of it when it was at its worst. It was horrible. But I got straight vitamin E oil that you can buy at your local pharmacy. So I'm not really going to get into the graphic, but if you saw my last video, I don't have any funny marks on my face. But now I have this like blotchy brown patches, and this is the skin healing. It was so burned. You can see this is my regular skin where it's pale, and I have these blotchy brown spots, and I have it right here on my chin. This side is the worst. This side wasn't so bad, and my nose got it too. So what I did was, especially at bedtime, and this morning was really bad. This morning my skin was peeling off in chunks. So I was horrified, as you can imagine, because you already know that I had high anxiety about returning to the office. And here I am trying to pamper myself and go to get a facial when, unfortunately, it backfired on me. And so it shifted my anxiety from the basic return to the office crap to, is my skin going to get back to normal? Because my skin was like burned, and this morning it was peeling off in chunks. So after I took a shower, a whole bunch peeled off. It was like really nasty. And then it was a big chunk of skin right here peeled off right here, up in here. And this stuff is the best though. The vitamin E oil, it's hypoallergenic. And I had used this quite a long time ago. I bought some, a friend had told me about it. And this other stuff is very inexpensive and excellent. It's called Fruit of the Earth Vitamin E Skincare Cream. And we mostly use it on our nails. And we love this stuff. It's got vitamin E in it. It's inexpensive. Anyway, it's good for toenails, fingernails, keeps everything great. Make a long story short, back in the 1990s, I was riding my bicycle, and I lived in an apartment on a second floor. And I kept my bicycle, we had like a little storage unit up next to your apartment. So I kept my bicycle in there. And I was taking the bicycle down the stairs. I probably didn't feel like going to exercise because I'm a rotten sleeper. I probably had a poor night's sleep and thought, well, let me go exercise because it's good for me. I better exercise. Make a long story short, I fell down the stairs with my bicycle. I was carrying it down and took a fall and scratched my face up really bad. And I had this like huge, it was mostly superficial, but I had a date that night. I had this gigantic cut in my face. And at the time, I worked at a home health care office down here in Florida. And I remember going into work and everyone was like, what happened? It was really bad. So everyone was like giving me advice. And this one lady goes, go out in the sun and get that healed. That is the worst thing you could do. That's how you get scars. Luckily, I wasn't an idiot. One of my friends there said, clean it up really good. Of course, I already did that. She said, go buy yourself some vitamin E oil, dab it on the spot, keep it moist, baby it, and you won't have any scar and it'll go away. And that's what happened. So I remembered that. So luckily I ran out and got this, and I've been using it on the burn. And it's like so much better. Hopefully these brown patches will go away. It's actually dead skin. Hopefully that'll go away by the time I take my mask off at work. We'll see. But wasn't going to do a video about this, but it was important to me, and I wanted to do a video tonight about returning to the office and continue on what I was doing to make preparations, and the facial backfired. So the moral of this story is there's certain things that you can have the best laid plans and things don't always turn out like we expect. And maybe for such an important occasion, I haven't been back to the office in 14 months, maybe it was kind of dumb of me to go get a facial. So I was going to get a pedicure. I decided against that because what could happen? The worst that could happen is they could cut one of my toes off, which I didn't want that to happen. Or I could get an infection of a fungus. You hear about horror stories going to like a nail salon. So I'm going to do my toenails myself. I'll be doing that probably tomorrow night or Tuesday night. So fun. Anyway, enough about that crap. My skin will get better. And I was going to incorporate my Maryland thing somehow, but hide my face, but I figured that just didn't work so good. I'm still talking about return to the office stuff. And one of the things I meant to bring up the last time we talked was I have one of those stand-up desks at work. I'm lucky enough to have that. And a lot of companies are adopting those. But I do have to sit for quite a while when I'm working. And I used to get sciatica pain. At least I was self-diagnosed. I'd get like a pain around the hip area. And one of my girlfriends, there's some great people that work there, recommended, and it's funny because I can't find this on the internet. At least I bought it on Amazon, but you can buy other similar type cushions. I bought this Nursel lower back cushion, and it's for relief of tailbone pain, sciatica, hemorrhoid pain relief, and other problems. But this was for sciatica, and it's a funny looking cushion. Here's my cushion. And it worked so wonderful. It worked so wonderful that, this is how it looks, that I bought one for home and I have to have one for the office. And this has like a zipper, the cover's washable, and this zips. The only problem is if you have animals, they're going to think you bought it for them. And of course, when I first got the one for home, I had to kick the cats off of it. They were fighting over it. Anyway, how you sit on it is, it looks fairly strange. If I remember correctly, the higher end goes in the back. This one's like for a woman. I don't know. A guy might want to look for something especially made for men. Who knows? But this was excellent. I love it. And my mother said, because my mom lives with us now, my mom said, she goes, you stopped complaining about your pains. And so this cushion really worked. At the time, I spent $25.99, and it was the best money I ever spent. And I still, get up and walk around quite frequently. So, only other thing I noticed that I didn't do, I know a lot of you have those very popular watches that, do your heart rate and your blood pressure and tells you all this great stuff. Well, I like the old-fashioned watches, and I realized I only have one where the battery works. So probably on my lunch hour, or I can wait till next Saturday, I'm gonna go get batteries. All my watches that I've collected over the years, I've got some pretty watches, like a Seiko and a Michael Kors. I bought them for myself for Christmas. Let's see. One is a rose gold that I love. Let's see if I can. Rose gold, and the other one's regular gold. It's kind of a poor picture. And then this I got for a work anniversary. I like this one too. It's just like a basic silver, I forget the make, and it's very small. It's a basic silver watch. This was a beautiful Bulova watch. It's got like a pinkish face on it that I got from my 20th anniversary at work. So I like watches, and so I don't own one of those fancy watches. Probably if I bought one, I wonder why I waited so long to buy it. But I like wearing the good old fashioned fashion watches. I could probably wear both. I don't know if any of you do, but you know. So anyways, not too much else is new, and I just wanted to touch base. And I know this wasn't a very funny video, but I had to share with you what happened to me about my facial. I'm still drinking my lemon water. Of course, my skin tech, their esthetician, she said, make sure you drink a lot of water. That'll help. Well, of course, we all drink a lot of water now. So, anyways, next time we talk, it'll be a funny one, I hope. It should be a funny video. Anyway, take care, and thank you guys. Have a great week.